When was the last time you looked at your tongue? Not a quick glance in the mirror, but a real, deliberate look at its color, its surface texture, its coating, its shape. Most people never do. And yet the tongue is one of the most information-rich diagnostic surfaces in the entire human body. Changes in its color, texture, coating, and shape can reflect what is happening in systems far beyond the mouth. Your gut, your immune system, your blood, your thyroid, and your liver. Today, I'm going to show you 5 specific tongue appearances, what each one indicates, and what to do about each one. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what your tongue is telling you and which appearances require an urgent conversation with your doctor. Go to a mirror right now if you can, and take a close look at your tongue. Drop a comment below describing what you see. Let us begin. Before we go through the 5 appearances, I want to give you a simple framework for reading your tongue. There are 4 things to assess. Color, the underlying color of the tongue body itself, not the coating on top. Coating, the layer sitting on the surface, its thickness, its color. And texture, whether it is smooth, swollen, cracked, or showing patterns. And shape, the size of the tongue relative to the mouth, and whether there are scalloped indentations along the edges. Each of these 4 elements communicates something different about different body systems, and reading them together gives a picture that is more informative than people expect. Appearance number 1. A thick white coating covering the surface of the tongue. A thin white coating is completely normal, but when it becomes thick, dense, or difficult to scrape off, this indicates an imbalance. This indicates an imbalance in the microbial environment of the mouth and gut. The most common cause is an overgrowth of Candida. When the balance of beneficial bacteria is disrupted by antibiotics or high sugar, Candida can produce the thick white coating visible on the surface. This pattern is also associated with poor digestive function, reduced stomach acid, and gut dysbiosis, an imbalance that affects digestion and immunity. The practical approach: reduce refined sugar and processed carbohydrates. Add probiotic foods, fermented vegetables, kefir, to support beneficial bacteria. And if the coating is persistent and thick, mention it specifically to your doctor, alongside any digestive symptoms. Appearance number 2. A smooth, glossy, bright red tongue with a surface that looks almost polished. This appearance, called glossitis, is one of the most reliable visible indicators of nutritional deficiency, specifically vitamin B12, folate, or iron. Normally, the tongue surface is covered in tiny raised structures called papillae. When B12 or iron levels fall, the papillae begin to atrophy. This is often accompanied by a burning or sore sensation in the tongue, difficulty swallowing, and persistent fatigue that does not resolve with adequate sleep. After 55, B12 deficiency specifically becomes increasingly common due to reduced stomach acid production. Many have inadequate levels without awareness. If your tongue looks like this, please ask your doctor for a blood test checking B12, folate, and ferritin levels. This is a simple test. It is worth asking for specifically, and the results will point directly to the right intervention. Appearance number 3. A yellow coating on the tongue surface. A yellow tongue coating, particularly when thick and toward the back, is associated with liver and gallbladder stress. The liver processes bile, a digestive fluid produced in the liver, stored in the gallbladder, and released into the small intestine to help digest fats. When bile production or flow is disrupted, or when the liver is under metabolic load, this can produce a yellow coating on the posterior tongue. If your yellow coating is accompanied by yellowing of the eyes, abdominal discomfort, or dark urine, these require prompt medical evaluation. For a yellow coating without these symptoms, support liver function, reduce alcohol, eat cruciferous vegetables, and drink warm lemon water. Appearance number 4. Scalloped edges. Visible tooth imprints running along both sides of the tongue. This appearance indicates that the tongue is swollen, pressing against the teeth consistently, leaving the characteristic wavy scalloped edge. First, hypothyroidism, an underactive thyroid gland, which causes fluid retention in tissues throughout the body, including the tongue. If accompanied by weight gain, cold sensitivity, fatigue, or hair thinning, please ask your doctor for a thyroid function test specifically. Second, chronic dehydration. And third, nutritional deficiency, particularly B vitamins, which affect tissue fluid regulation. The scalloped tongue is consistently overlooked as an indicator of thyroid issues, particularly in women over 50. Appearance number 5, geographic tongue, where the surface shows irregular smooth patches with white borders. It creates a map-like pattern that changes location over time. It is associated with immune system activity and inflammatory conditions. It is linked to psoriasis, reactive arthritis, and food sensitivities. It also flares during periods of physical or emotional stress. While not dangerous in itself, it is a useful signal that the immune system is in a heightened state, and inflammatory drivers deserve attention. Identifying food sensitivities, supporting gut health, and reducing systemic inflammation are the most effective approaches for this pattern. Here is what to do today. Go to a mirror, stick out your tongue, and assess all 4 elements: color, coating, texture, shape. If you see a smooth red tongue, ask for B12 and ferritin testing. If you see scalloped edges, ask for a thyroid function test. If you see a yellow coating with eye yellowing, seek medical attention. If you see a thick white coating, address gut health through diet. Your tongue has been showing you this information every day. Now you know how to read it. Drop a comment below describing your tongue. Share this with someone who needs to know what their tongue is telling them. Take care of yourself.